Okay. Number 10. Things to avoid. Don't do this when evangelizing. Don't turn negative if someone doesn't want to talk to you. Staying positive after being rejected will make a good impression. Maybe they're just having a bad day. Don't burn a bridge if you don't have to. If someone tells you about a bad experience they had with the church, don't dismiss or diminish what they're saying. Instead, apologize on behalf of the church. Some people just want to hear, "I'm sorry. That shouldn't have happened." Don't condemn others. Yes, there's a hell, but we don't tell people that that's where they're headed. We don't know why people believe or act the way they do, but Jesus does. He's the judge. And don't argue with people. More often than not, debates are not about finding the truth. They're a contest. Who's the more skilled debater? Dale Carnegie says nobody wins an argument. Even if you know you just killed someone in an argument, they're going to walk away resenting you. A good question to ask yourself is the person I just evangelized closer to or further away from Jesus after I talk to him? And finally, don't pick and choose who you evangelize. I made this mistake years ago at U of M. There were these guys walking by, and I just looked at them, and I knew they weren't going to be interested in what I had to say. So I just let them go. Well, the evangelist behind me did engage them, and it turned out to be the best conversation of the day. Talked for a half hour. We have to keep in mind that every person in the history of the world was designed by God to be receptive to the gospel message. They may have put up walls, but they're not impenetrable. Well, those are 10 tips on how to be a better evangelist. But I want to say one last thing. We may be living in the most scandalous time in the history of our church. And you might not want to open yourself up to the possibility of being ridiculed by letting people know that you're Catholic. Well, let me tell you something. The omniscient God knew these trials were coming. And he chose every one of us to be alive and here at this moment in church history. You are the right person for the task of unleashing the gospel.